Welcome to this past paper question for Anglo Saxons. This time we're going to be describing one feature of the powers of a Saxon monarch. Now, as you know with these features questions, there's a very easy, simple solution to it. All you have to do is find a feature, so something you can say and generalize about the monarch before going on and giving a supporting fact that backs it up. So what could you include in an answer about the powers of a Saxon monarch? Well, it's best if we revise it first and try and remind ourselves what we could include, and then you can pick something to write about. So let's have a look. You could say they had power over the administration of the country. Ultimately, a king is responsible for his country. So we could say they made the laws. All the laws came through the king, and his job was to ensure that they were enforced. His powers were to do that. He also decided all the taxes, when that was to be paid, when the money could be asked for, and what he could do with the money, as well as thinking about the production of silver pennies, which was the currency in Saxon England. So there's those powers over running the country. They also had the powers to manage their earls, or it is suggested that they did manage their earls. We know that they were the key line of defence against the disputes that went on between the earls. So they were the ultimate say about what happened with land disputes or marriage disputes. They also had the powers to reward their nobles with lands and titles and wealth, and also take them away as necessary in order to dominate and make sure the monarch controlled the earls. So there's another one. You could also write about the military function as well. We know that the king is in charge of the army. He has the right to assemble that army, and he could control essentially whether they went to war or not. Of course, he would consult his witan, but the king was ultimately responsible for matters of war. So you could pick any of those to write. There's 3 features there, but you can just pick the one you feel most comfortable with. You can use the notes and I'll leave that on the screen. All I'd like you to do now is do your 2 features question and pause the screen now and have a go at it and unpause it when you're ready. Don't forget, you've only got 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, so I've chosen to go with administration roles. It doesn't really matter. It's the same sort of pattern as long as you've got the feature followed by the supporting fact. Let's have a look at the administration roles. I've said one feature of the powers of Saxon monarchs was that they had to oversee the royal household and the administration of the entire kingdom. And here's my supporting fact. This included, so here's your example, making laws, ensuring these laws were carried out and enforced, while also controlling taxes and the spending of the money that it brought. There you go. So I've just given an example of how he used his administrative powers to control the kingdom. You could have gone back and done any of the options, but if you have, just make sure you've got your feature first and then you've put a full stop and you've given some supporting information about that feature. Good luck, and I hope that's helped.